Ladies, listen up. If there's one thing that I wish I knew sooner is that dating doesn't have to drain your wallet. Hi, I'm Patty Asai. I'm a financial expert and I wrote the book, Never Date a Broke Dude, The Financial Freedom Playbook. And one thing that I talk about in this book is my experience with a broke dude. I was dating this guy who was in the industry, that means in the filmmaking industry. And he was living with his parents. He was like 26, still living with his parents, right? That wasn't a red flag. And he basically moved in with me and I paid for all the rent. I paid for all the groceries. I paid for everything, our vacations, concerts. He never once even offered to pay for anything because he didn't have any money. And you would think that he would get some sort of side hustle, like work at a Starbucks, do something to earn some income while waiting for his big break. But he didn't have any incentive because I was already paying for everything. And one thing I realized is that the reason that I was paying for everything is because I had zero self-esteem. Yes, zero self-esteem. I wanted to be the ride and die chick who would do everything for her man, that would give him whatever he wants just to prove my loyalty. And I was so desperate for love and so desperate for a relationship just to have like a warm body next to me that I was literally willing to drain my entire bank account and go into $30,000 worth of debt in order to keep this man around. And I was afraid to ask him to contribute because I was afraid he would leave me. Literally, that's why I didn't. But as time went on, I started to lose respect for the dude because I was out here hustling and he was just sitting on the sofa eating Cheetos. And I've always said when a woman loses respect for a man, it is a wrap. So then I was resentful. We began to argue. And at the end of the day, actually, he broke up with me. Okay. He broke up with me, not vice versa. And I was left not just with a broken heart, but a broken wallet. And only because I didn't have enough self-esteem to understand that I deserved better. So if you're in this situation, you really need to get my book, Never Date a Broke Dude, because I not only talk about not dating broke dudes, but I talk about our self-esteem, not only in personal relationships, but also at work, how to overcome imposter syndrome, and most importantly, how to gain our power back in life.